have created our heart-warming family-style Asian and Western tapas from 2,000 baht net per person at Banyan Tree Phuket.
JP Mastanta here for Phuket News TV, and we're here with Australian Ambassador to Thailand, Paul Roubiliard. And Sir Paul, I wanted to ask you, what does this mean for Phuket to go from an honorary consul to an Australian Consulate-General?
Well, the fact we've opened a Consulate-General here in Phuket reflects the very large number of Australians that we have visiting Phuket every year, but also living here in Phuket. And of course, we have to provide consular services to them. We've done that traditionally through our embassy in Bangkok with an honorary consul in Phuket. We've had a wonderful honorary consul for the last year or two in Michelle Holrook, who's done a fantastic job, and I had the opportunity to recognise that today and present her with a certificate of appreciation from our Foreign Minister Julie Bishop for the job she'd done. But really the sheer size, the volume, the number of Australians we have coming to Phuket means we needed a full Consulate-General run by a career diplomat, and it's a pleasure to come down today and go around with Craig Ferguson, our new Consul-General, to meet some senior Thai officials, the police chiefs. We'll be meeting the Governor tomorrow. So it's an opportunity for him to get to know the people he's going to be working with.
Yes. And from your base in Bangkok, I know you spend a lot of time out there in the capital. But I mean, what are your thoughts about being out here in beautiful Phuket in paradise?
Well, it's always a great pleasure to come to Phuket. It's always lovely to live in Bangkok. It's a great city, but it's always great to get down to Phuket, as it is to go to other parts of Thailand. And I try to visit those parts of Thailand where Australia has a particular interest. Chiang Mai, for example, Khon Kaen. But Phuket is obviously one of the great parts of Thailand. It's good to get down. I'll be spending some time here meeting the Australian community, or members of the Australian community. We've got a big group here, and it's an opportunity for me to get to know them better.
And now we're here with Consul-General Craig Ferguson, who is the new Australian Consul-General out here in Phuket.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I'm very pleased to be appointed as Australia's very first Consul-General here in Phuket, and I'm continuing the good work that our honorary consuls did here in Phuket, Michelle Holrook for the last year and a half, and Larry Cunningham before her. The government's decision to upgrade our presence here from honorary consul to Consulate-General reflects the number of Australians that come to Phuket, and our provinces of responsibility extend beyond Phuket into Phang Nga and Krabi. So we're here to provide assistance to Australian travellers and Australian residents where we can, within the limits of the Australian Government's Consular Services Charter, and assist where in matters like passport renewals, which we can now do here in Phuket. Previously, Australians had to travel to Bangkok for that, so that's one big advantage in opening here. We can also assist when people find themselves in difficult situations. We can provide avenues of support like lists of lawyers, doctors, hospitals, help put them in touch with their family or their insurance company or their banks. There are times when tourists find themselves in difficulty, and we stand ready to assist where we can.
I mean, can you see why a lot of Australians choose Phuket over a lot of other places around the world?
Absolutely. I mean, our numbers of tourists here in Thailand are approaching 1 million every year, and we estimate probably a third of those are travelling to Phuket every year. So that's a large number of Australians that are coming to Phuket, and the majority of Australians that do come have a trouble-free holiday and enjoy it very much. But there are a small number who find themselves in difficulty, and we as the Consulate-General can provide some assistance where we can within the bounds of the Australian Government's Consular Services Charter. And in doing that, we would be trying to educate Australians to travel responsibly, take travel insurance, follow the advice of local authorities when needed, and read the information that's contained on the Australian Government's travel advice website, which is smarttraveller.gov.au.
Thank you so much for taking the time out to speak with us today. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
ready for a fantastic fun-filled day out at the biggest water park in Phuket. All happening at Splash Jungle, just north of the airport. More info on splashjunglewaterpark.com.